So you are thinking of moving to Denver, Colorado? Well, there's so much more to the Denver area, which is why today I'm in Westminster, Colorado, and I'm going to be checking out this amazing suburb, which is just north of Denver, and it has a great location, a lot of things to offer. Plus, stick around to the end where I'll share some of the pros and cons of living in Westminster. My name is Christopher Darling, and I am a licensed realtor in the state of Colorado. Me and my team love getting calls to help people relocate to the Denver area. So if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Denver area, please give us a call. All our contact information is in the link down below, and I will be the one to personally respond to your message. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you want to learn all about the Denver real estate market and stay up to date on everything in the Denver metro area, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay informed with all of the latest in the Denver real estate market. Let's talk about Westminster. This suburb of Denver has a population of over 115,000. And so it's a little bit larger than North Glen or Broomfield. Westminster is located in Adams County, and the school district is the Westminster Public School District. Westminster has the Stanley Lake, so that's a fun place to go to do some paddle boarding. And Westminster is a very family-friendly city. There's a lot of activities to do here. They have some very good schools, and the real estate is quite varied. You'll find a price range of in the mid 200s for like a 1-bed, 1-bath condo, all the way up to about $2 million. There is some higher end real estate near the golf courses, the Legacy Ridge and the Highland Hills golf courses. And one nice feature of Westminster is the landscape. It has a lot of hills, so it's not just a flat city. You're gonna have a lot of nice views and views of the mountains as well. One of Westminster's greatest assets is the Highland Hills Parks and Recreation District. This offers so many features for the city of Westminster, such as a top-tier golf course, a ice arena with 3 ice sheets. You have Water World, which was rated the nation's #2 water park, and it's also one of the largest. And you also have many fitness and aquatics options. You can have pickleball. But Highland Hills brings so much to the city of Westminster. It's hard to think of Westminster without Highland Hills. And like I mentioned, there's an ice arena, there's adventure golf and raceway that has miniature golf, 3 different themed golf courses, and the electric go-karts are lots of fun. So you definitely want to check those out. We also have the Butterfly Pavilion, and you can see all kinds of, not just butterflies, but different insects, all kinds of educational fun for the family. I mentioned Westminster is very family friendly, and there are some very good schools here in Westminster. Because it's a larger city, there's going to be a variety of different schools that service the community. And most of them are B and C rated schools. One of the best high schools is Stanley Lake, and that is a B+ rated high school. There's also the Mandalay Middle School and Adams Elementary and the Sheridan Green. So those elementary schools are B rated as well. So depending on what area of Westminster you're looking at, just check out the different schools that service each area. Now there's not a whole lot of new construction, but there are a few sites that are available. One of the areas is the redevelopment of the Westminster Mall. That has a few new townhomes and condos, and there are a few areas where you can find single-family homes. I am just outside of the Westin Hotel here at the Westminster Promenade, and this is a great example of just how nice this city really is. It's very well kept. They're currently making improvements to the city park area just behind the city's rec center. We have soccer fields, baseball fields, walking paths, and it's going to be really amazing once all of those improvements are made. But just a very walkable city, and there's so many different activities here at the Westminster Promenade that you'll have a lot of dining options, shopping, and fun for the whole family. And just behind the Westin Hotel, there's a really big open space with a park. Sometimes they have music concerts at the park, and there's trails for biking and walking. So let's check out some of the different real estate in this area. So now that we're here in the map, we're going to take a look at the city of Westminster and the different types of real estate that are available currently. We're going to start at the south end and work our way to the north end. And we're going to highlight a few of the neighborhoods just to give you an idea of what kind of real estate there is in Westminster. So let's zoom in on the south part. You can see there's some older homes like this one here, $475 for a 3-bed, 3-bath. And let's just take a quick look at this one. So this one was built in the 1970s, and looks like this one has a little sweat equity where you could make some updates and improve the value of the home. I think my first home that I lived in Colorado had these yellow countertops as well, but it looks like they replaced the floor. All right, now let's look at something that's a little more modern. This was built in 2019. This one looks pretty nice. $775,000, just north of the Boulder Turnpike or Highway 36. This one is located in the Highland Village. Let's see if it has a backyard. So yeah, kind of a medium-sized backyard. And it's got some trees around. Let's go a little bit northwest by the Stanley Lake. There's some condos over here. There's a 2-bed, 2-bath condo for $345, built in 1982. And here is a 2-bed, 3-bath condo for $400,000. And this one was built in 1995. This home was built in 1979. It's a single family home and it's in the countryside area. Still near Stanley Lake. Looks like marble countertops. This definitely had some updates. This doesn't look original to 1979. Here is the Westminster Promenade and Walnut Creek shopping area. So the Walnut Creek area is just to the west side of Highway 36, and the Westminster Promenade is just to the east side of Highway 36. Also, the Westminster City Park is located right here. The Rec Center and the City Park Fitness Center. So there's an older neighborhood just to the north of the Promenade, and that is the Sheridan Green neighborhood. And these homes are a little bit older and around $500,000 to $600,000. Here's one for $580,000. It's got a nice little deck and backyard. Could use some updates on the inside, but this will get you 5 bedrooms. Now here's a home that is near the Highland Hills Golf Course in the Highland Greens neighborhood. This is a 4-bed, 4-bath home, just under $1 million. The homes in this area have a lot of mature trees and some very nice shaded backyards, give you a little more privacy. And this home has just under 4,000 square feet. So just to the east of the Westminster Promenade are 2 golf courses. You have the Highland Hills Golf Course and you have the Legacy Ridge Golf Course. And both of those homes a little more premium and have a little bit higher end homes that are usually around $1 million if you're right next to the green. Here's one off of the Legacy Ridge Golf Course, $825,000, 3-bed, 3-bath with about 2,100 square feet. Nice hardwood floors, large kitchen, and a nice elevated deck. And just to the east of Stanley Lake, in between Highway 36, we have the area that used to be the Westminster Mall, which is now being developed as Downtown Westminster. This is a huge redevelopment project that is bringing in new businesses and restaurants. There's an Alamo movie house, and there's also some new construction, townhomes and condos, and there's a lot of apartments as well. Here is one of the new builds. This is a row of homes. Looks like townhomes, $555,000, 3-bed, 3-bath with about 1,600 square feet. So if you want a new modern look in this new community that's being developed here, here's another example of a new build in the downtown Westminster area. This one is just under $700,000, and it looks to have a very modern design as well. Three-bed, 4-bath, and about 1,700 square feet. Here's one of the concept drawings of the downtown Westminster development. We already have the Alamo Draft House, cinema, and a lot of office buildings have been built, as well as some apartment living. In the center of the development, it's going to have a beautiful park, and it's going to be a very nice master plan once this is all completed. It's going to help bring in a lot more business back into the area. Years ago, the Westminster Mall used to be one of the places to go to hang out and do all of your shopping. And then the Flatirons Mall was built in Broomfield, and a lot of those shops and businesses left to go to that location. It's just been a process of redeveloping Westminster to try to bring that back to have a hub in the community. And it looks like it's going to be a really amazing development once it's all completed. Okay, so we just checked out the city center with the downtown Westminster area. Now let's look a little bit farther to the east. So as a general rule in Colorado, as you get a little bit farther east, real estate gets a little bit less expensive. Not always, but as a general rule, the farther away you are from the mountains, the less the cost of real estate becomes. So here's one Here's a little bit older section of Westminster in Center Park. Here's a 5-bed, 4-bath home for $575. And this home was built in the 1970s. And just a little farther north, we have North Park, which is a nice neighborhood with some nice parks. And you're going to find single-family homes as well as townhomes. Here's a townhome for $410,000. This was built in the 1980s. And here is a single-family home in North Park. One nice thing in North Park, there are 2 swimming pools. Looks like this one has had some updates, and this was built in 1987. Here's a single-family home in Savory Farm. This neighborhood is known for the giant savory mushrooms tower that you'll see driving by. So now we're getting into a little bit newer. This was built in the early 2000s. Looks like an office space, 4 beds and 4 baths. It looks to have a nice backyard as well with a deck. Here is the savory mushrooms tower that I was talking about, which you can see just off of Federal. And just north of 112th, we have the Front Range Community College. And what's nice here is there is an open space just behind the college. So there's some nice trails that you can walk on. And just north of that open space is the Bradburn Village. And I wanted to show you this one. The homes in Bradburn are very unique and have a lot of architectural features. And this master plan community was designed with walkability in mind. You can walk to the local coffee shop or restaurants and shops nearby. And Bradburn has single-family homes as well as townhomes. I just love the giant columns that you see on the front porch. So Bradburn is a little more expensive, but you get this beautiful community. And let's jump into the street view at Bradburn. And you can see the homes here, very nice. The only thing you won't find at Bradburn are large lots with a big backyard. Most of them are pretty small, but you do have a very nice community, and you can walk to the park or through the open space. So again, here is the open space with some nice views of the mountains. And here is one of the parks in Bradburn. The city of Westminster extends up north just past 144th Avenue, and that's where you'll find one of the best shopping areas in Westminster, the Orchard Town Center. There is a Super Target and all kinds of shopping. There are some really good restaurants, the Lazy Dog, there's the Snooze AM Eatery. So Westminster actually has 2 Snooze restaurants, one of our favorite breakfast places to go to. The Orchard has an AMC movie theater with an IMAX and a Mount Fuji hibachi. There's J.C. Penney. There's all kinds of great places to eat here, and I highly recommend that you check it out. And just to the west of the Orchard, there's a small community called Carr Estates that has new builds. And these are premium luxury homes. Check out this one here, 1.3 million. And I believe there's still a few lots available, as well as some homes that are constructed. So if you're looking for a luxury home, come and check out this area. And just around McKay Lake, there are some really beautiful homes here as well in the Huntington Trails. Here's one for 1.7. Over 5,000 square feet and on 0.5 acres. And here's one for 740,000, built in 2017. This home has just about 2,700 square feet, and there are 4 beds and 4 baths in this home. Now, at the start of the video, I said that there were some homes as low as 200,000, and so I want to show you an example of that. So here in Westminster off 120th and I-25, there is this 2-bed, 1-bath condo. So 900 square feet in this 2-bed, 1-bath condo. So there are some affordable options here as well. So there you have a brief overview of some of the different real estate in Westminster. Now, we didn't look at all of the new construction, we didn't look at every area, but there is a wide variety of real estate in Westminster. And there's a lot of really amazing features as well. Now, some of the pros and cons. So pros would be the location. You have amazing parks and trails. You're going to have a lot of different restaurants and shopping options. So there's always something to do in Westminster. There's so many different activities and entertainment options. You have Highland Hills with Water World, Adventure Golf, the Highland Hills Golf Course, Fitness Center, gymnastics. Now, some of the cons to Westminster, some people say that the water bills are a little bit more expensive. That has to do with the aging infrastructure of the water system and the need to build it up and accommodate more people that are moving here. So you may have a little bit higher water fee, but at least they are updating the infrastructure. That's also true in Broomfield, as Broomfield's system has needed to be overhauled as well. So those water bills have also gone up. Since you have Highway 36 that runs through pretty much the middle of Westminster, there is going to be some noise associated with that, especially if you live right next to the highway. So you might have a little bit more noise from traffic, as well as if you're close to I-25. But there's also a lot of beautiful rolling hills and mature trees. There's some golf course communities and a lot of amazing mountain views throughout the city of Westminster. So mountain views would definitely be one of the pros to Westminster. Another con might be that the schools aren't quite as highly rated as, say, Broomfield or Boulder, but they still have some very solid school options, and some of the schools are very highly rated. It just depends on which schools you're looking at. Another con might be that the Butterfly Pavilion will probably be moving location to Broomfield. So it'll just be just past the north end of Westminster. So it will still be close by, but it will probably not be at this location for very long in Westminster. But on the plus side to that is that it will be built bigger and better than the current one. So expect to have an even more amazing experience at the Butterfly Pavilion when it does move to Broomfield at Baseline. Overall pros and cons of Westminster. I've lived close by and I've spent a lot of time in the city of Westminster coming from Broomfield where I do live. And it's an amazing city. I love it. A lot of the people that I know that live there also love it. And it's just a great location if you want to get to Boulder or northern Colorado or just head into Denver. It's just an easy access from everything. It's even close to the mountains, so that's a plus as well. Here we have the Westminster Ice Center, and it is a great facility, one of the nicest ice arenas that you'll find in the state of Colorado. 3 ice sheets. They have competitive figure skating programs, hockey, adult hockey. They have public skating, learn to skate classes, and you can have parties here and all kinds of fun to be had at the Westminster Ice Center. Might be one of my favorite places to hang out. Here at the Promenade, there's all kinds of great restaurants. This is one of the long-standing restaurants from the beginning of the Promenade, Tuk Tuk Thai food, and it's really good, and that's why it's still around. The AMC movie theater has several screens and an IMAX, so you're always going to be able to catch your favorite movies here, and it's just a really fun theater. Bolero is a great place to come for bowling, glow-in-the-dark, miniature golf, as well as an arcade. So it's a great place for families to come, for parties, and we do a lot of birthday parties here. So a lot of fun, even though I'm not very good at bowling. We also have the distillery here at the Promenade. What would Colorado be without a brewery? We have Dave's Hot Chicken, Mod Pizza. There's Menchie's, some really great frozen yogurt, as well as Smash Burger, and Snooze, which is a great breakfast place. Just come early because the line can get really long. And we have Chewy's Tex-Mex cuisine, one of my family's favorites. They have great chips and salsas, massive burritos, and fajitas. Great place to check out for the whole family. It's fun to come and feed the ducks. Just make sure you give them oats and not bread. So let me know if you are interested in this area, if you would like to take a look at some of the real estate here. I'd be happy to help out. My contact information is on the screen and down below in the description. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.